Two things come to mind. One is I was told exactly the same thing you were told when I first started in medical school. That the person that said this to me said 90% of what is going on with a patient, you are going to learn with the history and the physical. And that was
Yeah.
in the early 80s when there were way fewer test types, and I mean it was, and we had some stuff, but we didn't have anything like what we have now. And
Yeah.
this doctor was somebody who practiced in the 50s and 60s when they had even fewer things. So it makes me happy to hear that somebody in a couple decades later was saying the same thing.
Definitely. Yeah. Passed it on. Yeah. And I think like in terms of the integrative health piece, what I love about the Zoom experience is that, and the telehealth experience is that it has given me the opportunity to share things in a different way, and almost like, talking about gut health and how we go to the bathroom and, all the kind of stuff that people don't want to talk about at parties, and it's amazing to me how many people show up and are like, I've never talked to anybody about this. This problem really bothers me. And it deeply impacts people's lives. But we're not really out there, talking about this. I remember actually going to this party a couple years ago, and it was with a group of like kind of just a wild group of Californians. And they were asking me like, oh, well, what's your specialty? And I said, oh, haha, I talk about hemorrhoids a lot. And they were like, and then I just got cornered in the kitchen with this group of people who were like, can you please help me with my problems? And it's just, and my whole goal is for people to really understand, this is the thing, is that medicine is shifting, I think, and it's really exciting time to be part of that shift, which is, instead of coming from a place of I know everything and you know nothing, and let me tell you what to do, and this kind of ongoing learned helplessness that has created, I think, a really unsustainable system for medicine. Which, what I mean by that is like, I hold all the knowledge, or you hold all the knowledge. The doctors hold all the knowledge. The nurses are there to, teach people and help people and stuff like that. But we know what's going on. And then patients are constantly asking, well, is this okay? Is that okay? Can I do this? Can I do that? Are these things okay? And what I want in my practice in this very small way is to say, this is your body. Let me tell you a few things that might help you figure out your path along the way. I feel like what medicine was always meant to do is to be a wayfinder, to point the light for people to go on their own journey. And it's funny because now I say to patients all the time, because if you have issues with your anal canal with the hemorrhoids, you got issues upstream. You got issues with lots of different things, And I always say to them, I'm like, GI, gut health, is the hero's journey of our generation. Everybody has gut problems. Everybody has digestive problems. And there are a lot of reasons for that. And what I love to do is give them lots of resources. Do you like to read? Do you like podcasts? Here, try this, try that. And really just saying, like, this is your responsibility. Your health is your responsibility, but you don't have to do it alone. And I think that's true for any healing, anything about healing, is that ultimately the only person who's going to heal us is ourselves. We can't give away our power to a doctor, to a nurse practitioner, to a system, even to a drug, and say, this is it. This is what's going to do it. Because that's it's like a derivative experience of being a human being. We know that a good day, when we think about a good day, like the best day you ever had, the weather was great. The food was great. You had enough water. You'd slept well enough. You had a good outfit on. You were around people you loved. It just wasn't one thing, a full whole life. And this idea of integrative health is having a full whole life means that it has to be like a varied and diverse way of seeking healing. And our health challenges are there to help us understand what it means to be at the center of our own hero's